Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. Do you know what the tallest building in the world is? Yeah, that is Burj Khalifa. Well, my purpose today is to explain what makes this skyscraper stable and strong. But firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Damsha Ismi. I'm the student of Civil Engineering program at Sultan Agung Islamic University. To start with, I will give you some general information about this building. After that, I'll tell you some fun facts about this skyscraper. Then I'll explain the vision of the construction, also the architecture of this building. And finally, I'll show you the interior of this building. I'd be glad to answer any of your questions after my presentation. Okay, first of all, let's talk about some general information of Burj Khalifa. You can see that Burj Khalifa it's almost 3 times than Eiffel Tower. It has 828 meters with 163 floors. While I've told you some general information or some age information about this building. Next, is Burj Khalifa have some fun facts? Of course, it has. First, there are a few deaths, such as an incident in 10 May 2011. A Asian immigrant walked down from the 147th floor onto the 108th floor deck. Before that, in March 2006, about 2,500 workers protested and triggered a riot. Second, the weight of Burj Khalifa, same as 100,000 elephants. And then the exterior of the Burj Khalifa is covered with 26,000 glass panels, all cut individually by human hands. That's impressive. And then aluminum used to build Burj Khalifa weighs as much as 5 Airbus A300 HT airliners. And then there is no septic tank. Why doesn't the Burj Khalifa have a septic tank? Do you know what is the reason? Because it is not connected to the city's water system. Managers employ creative but disgusting ways to dispose of vessel waste. Every day, a collection of waste trucks moves to the Burj Khalifa and lifts the dirt. Burj Khalifa ranks third in the world for the fastest elevator in the world. That is the last fun facts that I want to show to you. The maximum lift speed there is 36 kilometers per hour or 600 meters per minute or 10 meters per second. So to get to the observations deck on the 124th floor, it only takes 1 minute. That's really speed. Okay, so I've told you some fun facts about Burj Khalifa. Let me turn now to the visions of the construction. Burj Khalifa will be the tallest man-made structure in the world. It will be a home, a base, hotel, residential apartment, etc., with the tourist attraction and a season for engineering. This building can also represent the largest global power or economy at the time of the construction. That's all I have to say about the vision of Burj Khalifa. Let me turn now to the architecture of Burj Khalifa. You can see from the figure the modular Y-shaped structure. The Burj Khalifa employs a Y-shaped floor plan. This plan provides higher performance and provides a full view of the Persian Gulf. The shape and the upward setbacks help the structure to reduce the wind forces that is acting on the structure. The shape was finally fixed based on the series of wind tunnel tests. The structural systems employed for Burj Khalifa can be called the buttressed core system. The whole system is constructed by using high-performance concrete wall. So we have looked at the architecture of Burj Khalifa. Next, I'll show you the sketch designs of Burj Khalifa. You can see that is look like a central core. The center core emerges at the top and culminates in a sculpted spire. A Y-shaped floor plan maximizes views of the Arabian Gulf. Viewed from the base or the air, Burj Khalifa is evocative of the onion dome's prevalence in Islamic architecture. Its wing, one, two, three wings, buttress the other through a hexagonal central core. The central core has a higher resistance toward the torsional resistance. The structure is more designed for wind force and related effects. There are corridors walls that extend from the central core to the end of the wing. So this from there to there. At the end, these walls are thickened by means of hammered walls. These walls resist wind shears and moments by acting like the web and the flange of the beams. There are perimeter columns which are connected to the mechanical floors. The connections between the perimeter columns and the mechanical floors is provided by means of outriggers walls. These help to resist higher wind loads laterally. The outrigger depth is 3-story each. There is periodic encounter of outrigger system through the edge of the tower. Well, I've told you about the sketch designs of Burj Khalifa. Next, we'll move on to why the construction is strong and stable. First, it has reinforced concrete core. The Burj Khalifa has a central reinforced concrete core that acts as the building's backbone. This core provides crucial vertical supports and houses the building's elevators, stairwells, and other utilities. And the second, Y-shaped design. The tower's Y-shaped design is not only an architectural marvel, but also enhances its structural stability. The Y-shapes helps distribute the building's mass and wind loads more effectively. And last, it uses high-strength materials. High-strength materials, concrete and steel, were used in the construction of the Burj Khalifa to ensure the structural integrity required for such a towering structure. Well, I've told you about what the construction strength table is. Let me turn now to the foundation as electrivate. The secret to the Burj Khalifa's foundation is the pillars beneath the foundations. That's the pillars. Hold on. Its depth is the same as the 10 floors of the Burj Khalifa, which functions to withstand frictional forces. The pills under the foundation are electrified 24 hours a day. Otherwise, salt water from the sea that seeps in will damage the pill reinforcement. This technique adapts the physical theory of electrolysis, the principle of cathode and anode in batteries to prevent corrosions. While I've told you about the foundation is electrified, let me turn now to the hexagonal core. Like humans, the soul of the Burj Khalifa is hexagonal building. You can see from the figure, it is hexagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can call that is hexagon. The hexagonal core of the building wrapped around the outer walls. You can see from the figure. Is the main hero of the Burj Khalifa can remain standing, braving lightning and desert storms in Dubai. The slender hexagonal core is encased by stair-shaped supports. This called stair-shaped support. These supports are inspired by the style of dam walls, so that the hexagonal core building inside stands strong. The designs alert glass facades in cross section, providing stunning views of all the hotel and guest rooms from all sides. Well, I've told you the hexagonal core of this building. Now, let me turn now to the superstructure of Burj Khalifa. The superstructure of Burj Khalifa is supported over large reinforced concrete rafts. This raft is transported by board reinforced concrete piles. The raft has a thickness of 3.7 meters and was constructed in 4 spirit pours. The grade of concrete raft is C50 with without consolidating concrete. The concrete volume used in the raft is 12,500 meters cubed. The number of pills used were 194. The pills were 1.5 meters in diameter and have a length of 43 meters. Its pile has a capacity of 3,000 tons. The concrete grade used in pills were C60 SCC concrete, which were placed by trimming method. This utilizes polymer slurry to carry out the process. To resist the detrimental effects of chemical cathodic protection were provided under the work. Well, I've told you the superstructure of Burj Khalifa. Next, the asymmetrical design structure. Why the designers of this extraordinary structure choose an asymmetrical design? So, when wind passes over a structure, it can cause a very beautiful and dangerous fluid mechanics phenomenon called vortex setting. So the walls of the building are made into hidden spirals, like this figure. It's make like a spiral way. So the walls of the buildings are made into hidden spirals to release vortex settings. These innovations success in making the edge of the Burj Khalifa reach 830 meters, even though initially it was only suspended 518 meters. That's all I've to say about the asymmetrical design of the Burj Khalifa. We'll move to the mechanical column of this building. If you see some black lines like this figure on the original designs of the Burj Khalifa line is a mechanical floor. This column has have good stability when connected between floors. The floors are sturdy because they are connected to the hexagonal cores casing. On the roof, the mechanical column contain electric and air cooling systems, water tanks, and other engineering systems. We'll talk about the mechanical columns of Burj Khalifa. Next, this three architecture who designed the Burj Khalifa. Those are first, this is Marcel Strabala, and then George G. Estatu, and last, it is Adrian Smith. Burj Khalifa was built with modern, contemporary, and Islamic architecture, also expressionism and a futurism structure. So what's next? Oh, let me turn now to the interior. The designs of Burj Khalifa was done by the Chicago office of Skidmore and inspired by local culture while staying mindful of the building's status as a global icon and residence. Next, I'll show you some pictures of the interior, like those two. You can see it like those two. There are some pictures of the interior of the Burj Khalifa. If you want to know more, you can see it from 360-degree Burj Khalifa's interior view. That's all I have to say about the interior of Burj Khalifa. Oh, that is the last. That's all the references I've took in order to make this presentation. You can search it by there. Okay, in conclusion, Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world with super ideas of the architecture and construction. I thank you all for being such an attentive audience. Are there any questions? If there is no question, I'll end up my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.